Dave, Jay, and Sam. It's National Smile Day today. So very apropos, we start a brand new segment called The Dental Chair. Don't fear. Everything's going to be okay. It's The Dental Chair with Dr. Zina Berry from Ellinwood Dental. Welcome to the show. Doctor, how are you?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
And the dental chair is something I do fear from time to time. I'm not great at the dentist. I don't care about the shots. I don't like getting teeth pulled. What do you tell people like me who have a fear like that when they come to you?
You should be in the dental office every 6 months having that routine cleaning and checkup so you can avoid those problems with long-term tooth loss.
Mm-hmm.
So it's so important to have those 6 months cleaning because removing the bacteria and the plaque on a 6 month basis makes sure that we keep the area clean, then we keep the bone healthy and the tooth stays in place.
Yeah, now I've had better success since I went to one of the electric toothbrushes. My dentist actually said, "This is great. You don't have as much plaque as you did last time." They're pretty powerful, aren't they?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Anytime that you can have something that's moving in more than one direction, it's going to remove more of the plaque and bacteria, so therefore you come out with a cleaner mouth. And yes, I'm very, very happy when people take an interest in having an electric toothbrush.
Yeah, but now, is that counterintuitive to what you're trying to do? Do you not have as much to do if their mouths are cleaner and there's less plaque?
That's okay. We got plenty to do. Don't worry. We have to look at the x-rays. We look for oral cancer lesions. There's other things in the oral environment that we're paying attention to. So if you keep it cleaner, we can focus in other areas rather than just cleaning your teeth.
Is there a specific way to brush? Do you tell people? Is it a certain motion?
I just care that you get around the entire tooth.
Just get it all done.
Get it all done.
Yeah.
On both sides, tongue side and outside.
What about the time spent brushing your teeth? Is that crucial or not as crucial as the quality time you spend while you're working on it?
Well, a little bit of both. What I like to tell people is that remember that little sand glass that you used to have when you play games and you turn it over? You should have the same thing when you're brushing your teeth, and you should spend that amount of time, which equals about a minute per area or per arch. That's what you should be doing in order to remove all the plaque.
Our number is 624-0870. If you have any questions for Dr. Berry from Ellinwood Dental, you can call now, 624-0870, 624-0870. Any common problems? What are the most common issues people face when they come to see you?
They have a toothache. And unfortunately, fear keeps them away because they're afraid of what's going to happen. But actually, a toothache is usually because it's untreated decay. And typically we remove the decay. We actually can do fillings. If there is a need for a root canal, we do that. Unfortunately, if it's need for a loss or tooth loss, we take care of that as well.
And you mentioned people put it off for whatever reason. They're fearful.
Yes.
They just don't want to do it. Tell us how things have changed, maybe to put some of that fear aside for folks. It's not, the typical TV show where, the dentist is holding someone down and you got a pair of pliers from the toolbox. How have things changed?
Actually, it's changed a whole lot because there's a whole lot of technology that's out there that allows us to be able to treat the tooth a very efficient way without going through a number of procedures. Like root canals used to take 3 visits. Root canals now can be done less than an hour in one visit because we have rotary dentistry. So the techniques and the things of technology has really revolutionized the whole dental companies in regards to being able to treat you more efficiently, safely, and painlessly.
I know an older gentleman I used to work with in the radio business. It's tough because we're talking, we use our mouths, but he left after our show one morning, got a root canal, and he was back that afternoon, actually.
Absolutely. The antibiotics that we use and the techniques that we use as far as anesthetic is always so much better.
And is this a myth, something that I've heard? Is it important or necessary to actually use toothpaste? Does toothpaste do anything for you, or is it just the actual act of brushing the teeth?
Yes, toothpaste has a number of ingredients that is very important to the oral environment, such as fluoride. And the medicaments that they use inside the toothpaste, all that foaming gel that comes up when you're doing that, it's actually like little scrubbing bubbles that actually help to remove the plaque.
So it is a cleanser.
Yeah, and it also helps to rinse the teeth and everything to come off, and the bacteria sort of falls off because you got the scrubbing agent that's in there. And what's left behind is the residual fluoride, which acts for a long time after that, at least 72 hours. So
not just to freshen your breath.
No. And floss is important, too. Let's not negate that. Flossing, picking up that floss every night before you go to bed is a good thing.
Yeah. Jay, you're mentioning toothpaste, and it's something that I learned years ago, and I want to confirm with you, Doctor. The ADA symbol, the logo for the American Dental Association, does not exist on certain tubes of toothpaste, but does on others. Is there a difference between those toothpastes?
Oh, absolutely. The American Dental Association will allow for the proper ingredients of toothpaste to be on the market, and they approve that. The ones that are not approved by them usually have things in it that we don't want.
Aha! See, I told my wife that was the case, and we needed to have those types of toothpaste for the kids in the house.
Yes.
I'm not ever right in the house, so I'm right on this one. I get
That's
to,
right.
I get to
You get
win.
a slam dunk on that one.
Well, you're in the dental chair with Dr. Zina Berry from Ellinwood Dental on the Talk of the Town. You can call 624-0870 if you have any questions about your kids or your own dental situations. Feel free at 624-0870, or you could text us at 623-0373. I was reading an article here. They uncovered the victims of the famous Mount Vesuvius earthquake from years and years ago, and this was in Pompeii, and they examined through CT scans the remains of those people, and they found they had perfect teeth because there was no sugar in those days.
Exactly.
So what do you say to folks about that when they think about the diets that their kids are indulging in these days?
You know, the one thing that's the culprit in dentistry for kids is sticky candy. So things as gummy bears, licorice, anything that sticks to the teeth for a long period of time has a way of borrowing that sugar and the bacteria into the tooth, and it causes a cavity. Children don't have to have cavities at all, so it's so important to limit the candy amount, or limit the amount of sugar they're introduced to. So you have candy, you have soda, you have juice, you have all of this sugar all day long, and you've only brushed that morning. You go to bed at night, you not brush your teeth, that sugar has a way of affecting the teeth. And remember, baby teeth aren't like adult teeth. They're not as that the composition of a child's tooth is a lot smaller than an adult tooth. So they get cavities a lot faster than adults do.
And sticking with that, how early should you start bringing your kids to see that?
Age 2.
Yeah.
As soon as all the little choppers come through.
Yeah, well, Sam has a young one who's 3, right? I mean, your boy Sam is 3, correct?
Yes, and we're going through this now. It's tough to get him sometimes to brush his teeth.
Right.
You know, I make a game out of it sometimes, or make some fun out of it, or I tell him, listen, I'll have to pause one of his movies. Come on, we'll continue to watch the movie when you're done brushing your teeth. Any pointers for parents out there to try to get your...
Oh, absolutely. Children really want to mimic their parents. So what you do is when you go to the bathroom to brush your teeth, have little Sam come with you.
And that does help.
Yeah, because he's going to want to mimic what you're doing. And then, of course, if you're acting like you're a monkey in the mirror, he's going to do the same thing. You make a game out of it, and you put the little timer there, and it becomes something routine. And kids really do well with routine. Every day you do it at the same time. Like we're going to brush our teeth at 7:30 at night, and he's all ready to do it. He's going to be asking you, he's going to be pulling you to the bathroom.
That's funny because he's done that before. Dad, get your toothbrush.
Yes,
get
right.
it. Because it's sitting right there, and he's starting to do that with shaving, too. He wants to start to shave.
If that happens soon, you got a problem in that household. Text messages are coming in from listeners for Dr. Berry. Here's one here. Is fluoride really necessary in the water system anymore? What's your opinion on that, Dr. Berry?
The water system is so important to have the fluoride in there. I know there's some controversy over that, but what we've noticed in dentistry, and I personally have been practicing for over 20 years, ones that do not have fluoridation in the water system have a higher incidence of caries. So at age 13, you come into the dentist and you have 13 cavities, there's a problem. And it's usually related to the fact there's no fluoridation in the water system. The ones that live in a fluoridated area, they have no cavities or less than one cavity per household. That's what you're looking for. So I think fluoridation in the water system is a key element to making sure we have a healthier mouth.
And how do we match up here? Do you know in our area?
In Utica, you're fine. It's the outside of areas of Utica, the outside counties, is wherever you have well water, you don't have fluoridation. And so in those areas, what we do is you usually give them a tablet. We write them a script, and they go take it to the pharmacy, and you get a tablet, and you put it in your water system. So therefore, you'll have the same fluoridation of water.
And at what point is the fluoride in the water not as crucial? At what age does it become not as important?
There's no time that it's not important.
Interesting.
But it is more important when it's developing. So for like little Sam here
Sure.
at age 3, he's still developing his teeth. The fluoridation in the water system is helping him to have a harder substance of enamel so that decay doesn't have a chance to have an opportunity to develop.
All right.
And Dr. Zina Berry from Ellinwood Dental. Today our poll question is some feel-good music. Do you have music? Do you have any things that get you going in the office that help
And
you?
do you
yeah.
play music while folks are in the dental chair?
Yeah. We try to play things that are fun. We like all kind of music, R&B, country music. It doesn't really matter. Whatever helps to calm the patient down or keep them in a place where they're happy, I'm good.
So it's by request then of the patient?
If they want to, yes.
You don't sing, do you?
Well, we have your radio station on all the time.
There you go. Good response. It's the Dental Chair with Dr. Zina Berry from Ellinwood Dental. Thanks for coming in, and we'll be enjoying regular visits on the Dental Chair with you. Thanks.
Thank you.